Hi, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Nubian Divinity. This is a timeless reading, and this is not a green screen. This is the actual view of where I'm at right now. I'm in Japan, in Mount Fuji, in the Mount Fuji area, and it is impossible to not do a reading. See? First card that pops up, message. It is impossible to not give you a message in this setting, in this energy. It is the perfect time to film a video, so I want you to know that if you are watching this right now, whenever, at any moment, this is a timeless reading, so this message is for you. Let's see what the energies have for us today. So also, FYI, when I travel as a reader, I always bring a deck with me. And I have brought 3 decks with me. I also bought another one that I will be using probably at another point. I still kind of want to study it and understand it a little bit. I bought it at the Tarot Museum in Tokyo. So we're in Japan for 2 weeks now, and the trip is currently coming to an end, but we are landing and I guess concluding the trip here in the Mount Fuji area. So what a beautiful way to end it. Japan is a beautiful country. We've really enjoyed ourselves. I'm here with my husband and some friends. So we really enjoyed ourselves, and it was quite busy and hectic because you want to see as much as possible, though it is impossible to see everything. Japan does require to revisit and to do another trip, so to come back again to ensure that you get to see everything. But what we did see was incredible, and it was very busy, so it's nice to kind of, like I've said, conclude things here in a quieter and more zen space. Perfect. So let's start this reading right away. I'm going to just use my tarot cards and my oracle deck. So let's see. I wanted to show the actual background, like I wanted you to see Mount Fuji in the back, but I mean, you can see it through the reflection, but with the lighting and stuff on the balcony, it was difficult, but I'm really glad that there is a little bit of a view that you get to see from the reflection in the back. Okay. What are the energies? What do the listeners need to hear? And this is a general message, okay? Where this applies in your life, you will know best. So trust that. Trust your own intuition as well. We start with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is about, every time the Knight comes up in a tarot reading, from the court cards, I see it as the young adult, as the teenager of the deck. But there's a level of determination, of discipline, and also of honing in a certain skill. So the page is about curiosity, testing things out, trying things out. There's a sense of newness, but with the Knight, there's a little bit more of an idea of establishment, okay? And here with the Knight of Cups, the cups being about emotions, being about your feelings, the Knight of Cups here highlights that you're getting a better sense of control on your emotions, and on what is required for you and sort of how to show up for certain things, but specifically emotionally, because the Cups is all about your heart. It's all about how you feel. It's all about how you show up to certain things. And there seems to be a confidence in how you are handling some of your emotions and how you're feeling towards things, right? If we supplement this with another card, interesting, the Devil, right? So when the Devil comes up, I think that there can sometimes be a little bit of a misconception around the Devil, but paired with the Knight of Cups, this kind of shows to me that maybe there's a better sense of control on things that there's a better sense of control on certain things that maybe felt like bad for you. So the Devil can sometimes represent like addiction or overconsumption of something or overdoing something, right? And it sort of feels like with the Knight of Cups, you're getting a better control, the better balance on what it is that you need to do or what's required for you, right? So the devil is not necessarily bad, where sometimes it's what's needed. It can also represent fun. It can also represent like letting loose a little bit, right? But everything, too much of one thing can cause this an unbalance, can be unbalanced. But the Knight of Cups to me highlights that there might be a better sense of control and a better balance in sort of the fun things or the things that may feel, may be what the devil would represent for you, right? So I also see sometimes the devil can be about a job, right? Can be about feeling like golden handcuffs, like you're trapped, like there's something that you have to do or something that, you know, I need to be at this job, or I feel trapped, and I feel trapped in the 9 to 5. You know, a lot of people might feel that way. So the Knight of Cups for me, when this energy comes in, feels like maybe you're having a better work-life balance. Maybe you're finding times where, okay, I know I have to do this. There's things I know I need to do. There's things I know I need to control, or things that I know I don't have control over, but then I get a better sense of control. I know that I can control this somewhere else. So with your 9 to 5 job, you know, you have to go to work, but you're not prioritizing your work. You're letting sort of that go, and you're finding outlets. You're finding more creative outlets. You're exercising more. You're doing creative things, things that fuel you, things that fill your cup, things that feed you. And you're able to find that balance with the Knight of Cups when maybe the devil energy does come up, right? If we pull on another card, let's see, to supplement that. So we have the Knight of Cups, and even visually, if you can see, and I love it, the Knight of Cups is going towards the devil, right? So you're not scared. There's a sense of confidence, like you're ready to kind of tackle whatever this energy is for you, right? You're ready to go towards it, and you feel balanced in it. It's not something that's going to destabilize you. Let's pull. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this could actually very much be career related, job related, because the Pentacles is all about the earth element. So it's what keeps you grounded, what keeps you stable, what keeps you feeling secure, what keeps you feeling safe. So this could be about a job. This could be about moving into a new place. But it's something that it's about starting something new, because the ace represents the beginning of something. So the cards that we have here are the Knight of Cups, the Devil, and then the Ace of Cups. So this shows that this stability, this consistency that you're creating through the Knight of Cups, and encountering maybe certain things that are destabilizing you, or that are causing you to question, or that may be testing that stability that you're creating. Coming out of the other side of that are new opportunities for you. Maybe new job opportunities, maybe new approaches, new ways of, this could also be around family, right? So maybe in ways that you're dealing with your family, ways that you're dealing with receiving sometimes maybe negative feedback, or how you're being perceived, or whatever it may be. It seems like through that, once you kind of get through this period as the Knight of Cups, you encounter new opportunities and new ways of seeing things that may provide a little bit more groundedness for you, and new opportunities for you that otherwise you wouldn't have encountered had you not kind of gone through this journey and this testing period. Okay, so I love this. At the end of it, there is definitely something new for you, and that's going to benefit you in the long run in terms of your livelihood. Okay, with the Ace of Pentacles. So again, I'm really getting the sense, because we've brought up jobs, like this could be a new job. Truly, this could be a new job, a new opportunity, and you're finding you're finding that balance, and you're finding that you're finding the groove that works for you. Because once again, when the devil comes up, the devil doesn't necessarily mean bad. It doesn't always have to mean bad. It could be fun. It could be trying something new. It could be testing you, right? It could be a challenge, like challenging you in a way that you've never felt challenged before. But because of that sense of stability, because of knowing yourself, right? I think you know yourself. You know your capabilities. You know your skills. Through maybe past experiences, you've been able to discover what works for you, what doesn't work for you, because of the sense of groundedness that you're getting from these tests, the Ace of Pentacles comes out, okay? Let's pull on some more tarot cards. I love that, Justice, okay? And look at Justice and the Devil, right? So we've got two major arcanas. Justice and the Devil kind of stand in very similar ways. The Devil here is on its throne, but here you're kind of on the throne on your own. So followed by the Ace of Pentacles, we now have Justice. So all the work that you're putting in, all this consistency that you're putting in is coming out to be fair for you, right? This could be divine justice as well. So to me, this kind of highlights that whatever it is, you come out the winner, right? It comes out fair. It's your turn. It's your turn. It feels like the tables are turning. Sometimes in justice, especially in divine justice, we're not owed anything. That's not really the word I want to use. It's not that it's owed, but it feels more like a reward. The justice feels more like a reward, like it's your time. That's what justice highlights for me here. Let's see. Six of Wands with justice, celebration, victory. Okay, this is wonderful. And look at that, even visually. So this is what I love with tarot. It's so, there's such a story. It's very storytelling. We started with the Knight of Pentacles, and it seems like you're continuing on your journey, and whatever it is that you're acquiring, whatever it is from this opportunity that you're getting, you're victorious. It's a celebration. It's a reward. You've earned this, right? You've earned this opportunity, whatever this may be. And even with the Ace of Pentacles, you know, we talk about career because this does represent your job, security, finances, family. But for me, the Ace of Pentacles maybe also highlights like you're turning a new leaf, and maybe how you're establishing boundaries, how you're keeping yourself secure and yourself safe. And you're realizing that in establishing those boundaries, in keeping sort of that emotional stability and not letting things deter you from your path, you're coming out of it victorious. So this could also be about boundary setting with friends, boundary setting with friends and family. There's a sense of there's a reward that comes out of it. It's fair. There's fairness in that, right? You're allowed to feel what you feel. You're allowed to have your own needs. You're also allowed to express them, right? And that's not unfair. It's fair. It's justice for you, and you come out of that being victorious, and that's important, right? Let's see. Let me pull on some oracle cards right now to supplement the message. Okay, so as a reminder, we've had, let's do this again. So we've had the Knight of Cups. The message keeps getting clearer and clearer as the cards keep coming out, but we have the Knight of Cups. Moving into the Devil. Okay. To then have the Ace of Pentacles. So you're being rewarded. Opportunities are presenting themselves. Justice card. And Six of Wands. Supplement with some oracle cards. Obsession. Okay, so this is interesting because obsession ties to the Devil a little bit. Okay, so maybe this is something that you have been overthinking, something that has been consuming you a little bit. Could be a person, could be something, could be a material thing, whatever it is, but there was an obsession. This is something that maybe caused you a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of angst, a little bit of wanting to have a sense of control over it, and it became an obsession. It became obsessive, right? And you were noticing that was not serving you, because obsession sometimes it's not something that serves us, right? It's in our mind. So it's something that consumes you. It's taking over you. It's taking almost over your own agency, right? So this is where the Knight of Cups comes in, where now you've realized that, well, overthinking this situation or trying to fix it or trying to like obsessing over it was not helpful, was not serving you. And that's where you're now in the place of the Knight of Cups, of finding that balance, finding that emotional stability again, to then feel more equipped to confront whatever this devil is, okay? And again, it's like, the devil doesn't always have to be negative. It's just being in awareness. It's recognizing an excess of something, okay? An excess of something, something that's having control over you. Let's see. False. Obsession and false. So again, maybe this obsession, or what comes to mind with this, especially with false is about something that's not true, okay? So it could be that you were stuck in this narrative, or looking at something and giving it more power than it actually deserved. And so it wasn't true. This is documents, info, statements, agreements. This could be maybe something that you trusted. I see this as coming off as like, maybe if you're signing for a lease, or trying to buy a house, or signing a contract for a job, an agreement for a job, something may have come up and felt maybe too good to be true, or something may have not been completely truthful, where things weren't 100% transparent, but because you didn't feel, because you might have been clouded by something else, or you might have been clouded, how could I say that, like, maybe because things were not, like, you weren't fully clear-headed, right? Because we have the obsession card. It just kind of, you might have maybe given something a little bit more power than it deserved, right? Given something a little bit more, it's given something a little bit more power than it deserves. And the narrative that you created in your head about this is false, is not true. And you actually have a lot more control over it than you might think. So maybe you were caught into something that was too good to be true, or maybe you're creating a narrative around something, you're giving something a little bit more power, but whatever it might be, especially with obsession and false, is that you were maybe, you've deified this item or this thing or this situation more than it deserved to be. Okay, but again, this comes back to the Knight of Cups, where you're finding that groundedness, you're finding that stability again, and you're seeing things for what they truly are. Things are being clear, and you're now able to manage the situation that you've been given a little bit better. Okay, let's keep pulling. Okay, I love this. So if this is in regards to love, right? This could be about love. It doesn't necessarily have to be a job. This is about a nice guy. So this could, represent kind of the energy of nice guy, the energy of someone. But this can also be a reminder that whatever it is that you're kind of going through, there might be someone that is able to be sort of a shoulder for you to lean on, someone that you can talk to. This could be about maybe meeting someone new, but I see this person as sort of a guide and being able to help you to navigate maybe some of the obsessions, or some of the overthinking, or some of the things that you've been trying to navigate on your own. There could be someone who might help you with that. So this could be someone that you meet for a new opportunity, someone that you meet for love, a friend, whatever it may be, but to kind of keep an eye out for someone who is able to guide you through that. So remember that you're not alone, reaching out to community. The other card that fell out is Rich Girl. We love this. This is the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, right? So the Rich Girl is, again, this for me seals into the celebration, seals into the Ace of Pentacles. So rich doesn't always have to be monetary. Rich can also mean rich in experiences, rich in opportunities, rich in rich in experiences, rich in opportunity. Also abundant, but abundant in the sense of what you're gaining out of this, time. So take this as a lesson. This doesn't necessarily have to be your end all be all. The rich girl signifies that you're coming out of this ahead. You're going to be coming out of this a winner, richer, wiser, having gained more. Let's pull one last card, maybe one last message to seal what it is that maybe we need to know moving forward. I love that. So again, matching with the rich girl, we've got divine feminine. So nice guy, divine feminine. This is a huge sign of relying on community. I'm seeing that sometimes if we are in our heads too much, or we're overthinking something, bouncing off ideas, finding trusted people that can help us, trusted people that can guide us and help to detangle maybe some of the things that come into our head. With the divine feminine is trusting yourself. If you identify with divine feminine energy, this is about trusting yourself, trusting your intuition. This is about understanding that when you know that something is off, something is feeling like the devil, something is feeling like obsession, is feeling false. It's about trusting that. It's about recognizing that and knowing that, and trusting that you know how to pivot when it is needed, when the energy of pivoting is needed, knowing that you have the tools. This is also very much like the high priestess, right? So having the tools and recognizing the tools that you hold, that your intuition is very strong, your intuition is very telling, right? You can trust it. If you know that you're not in a situation that feels right for you, your body will tell you. So it's recognizing that and continuing to trust that, and trust your divine feminine energy is the last message, is the last, sort of like the last message from this particular reading, is to continue to trust your intuition and to know that you always know what's best for you. It is important, of course, to rely on community, to ask questions, to maybe bounce ideas, but at the end of the day, you will always know the answer. Thank you so much for watching and for joining me in Mount Fuji for this reading. I hope this resonated. I hope you enjoyed. If you would like to book a private reading, or you want something a little bit more pinpointed to your situation, you can find all my information in the description box below. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Follow me on all social media platforms. Again, the information is in the description box, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.